All right. Hey, we're live. Just want to start out saying happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, past, present, and future. Thank you for your service. And those that gave it all, we try and thank them as well. So I know John Rhodes, he served. Wayne, did you serve? I don't know if you did. Top Conqueror, he's a veteran, I believe. Hopefully we'll have some more. In the basement, we got Mr. Klaus. Hello, Klaus.
Hey, Kenny.
I'll put out the link. We'll see if there's anybody else out
Now,
there.
don't put up the link. There'll be all kinds of weird people up here. Don't do that.
I'll hold off a little bit. I emailed a few people.
No, put it up there, Kenny. Put it up there.
Who's in the basement? It just says the lawnmower. That's all it says. Yeah, it's Stella.
If it isn't, hello.
How is everyone?
Yeah.
Well, now that you're here,
here we go. Speaking of veterans, Boats, thank you for your service. Happy Veterans Day.
Oh, is that today? Ooh, how embarrassing.
Today is the observed Veterans Day official.
Yeah. I should have been paying more attention. I've been out actually with a customer. So I'm late to the party as usual. Is it what time is it? Is it 2?
Just started a minute ago. Just started.
Because my clock says it's 3:00 in here. So I'm like, oh, okay.
You change your clock back.
Well, it's supposed to change automatically. It's one of those like atomic clocks. It's supposed to change automatically, but it doesn't do too well in my little shop, I think. So that's fine. I'll take it outside. Yeah, no, I was with a customer helping him. That little steel backpack blower, I finally got that fixed and going for the guy. So, and he has an Echo that I love. I don't know, same problem. He runs it, and it actually I don't know. Pull the trigger, and it bogs down after about maybe 10 minutes of running. I don't know.
Is it a Chinese carb though, or is it a regular carb?
I don't know. I haven't pulled it off. I did pull out the fuel filter. Yeah. And if I look up the part number for the fuel filter, it doesn't look like this fuel filter. This one actually looks like it has like a cardboard sort of cover on it. It's kind of weird. So
really, what model blower? What model?
It is the PB 770. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I just worked on one of those last week. Yeah.
Okay.
The problem with the one I had, the 770, it needed the mixture to be adjusted because his mixture, he runs it a little bit rich,
right?
Meaning a little less oil. And by doing that, he was running canned fuel for a while. Then he changed it. I said, no, you got to adjust it. And he just dropped off a PB403, which is like a Home Depot version they had years and years ago. And same thing. I just had to turn that video I did the other day, turn the mixture screws about a half a turn, and perfect.
Yeah. Well, but there is a difference between the Sama and the Marlboro filters.
Well, I need to look that up because he brought it to me about a month and a half ago. It says, hey, it's doing weird stuff. Of course, the pre-filter was completely gagged up. I think I don't know if it's the original filter, whatever. Anyway, it worked great for about a month. Then it started doing it again. So what does he do? He just pulls his air filter off. So he runs it without the air filter, and then it starts doing it again. And I'm like, that's really not a good idea. So I just put the air filter back in, pre-filter. It was reasonably clean, warmed it up, and it started failing after about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes of running. Then it would start failing immediately. Fire it back up, full throttle, not even 30 seconds, and it just goes. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wait till it's at least 5 minutes warmed up. Then I heat soak it for a minute or two. Then I adjust the mixture just so I know the engine's warm. Because I did it the other day where I just did that PB403 and it was running great. And then I let it heat soak, and 2 minutes later I started again. Well, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I had to go like another quarter turn.
And that's what I was trying to show him because on that steel, because I ran it for like 30 minutes the other day and blowing leaves in my neighbor's yard and whatnot. And I tried to get him. He says, show me which screw you're messing with. And I'm like, I'll show you. But the thing you have to understand, and this is, I think, the mistake that so many people make, is they just start messing with screws right away. You absolutely must let that thing fully heat up. And that's just not 30 seconds of pulling the trigger. That's like 3 to 5 minutes of running that thing. So,
I gotta go grab my phone. Give me 1 second. It's charging outside the office here. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Not like outside the house. I'm like, oh yeah.
I was going to plug it into the computer. I forgot, so I plugged it into the dining room. Oh,
oops. Klaus, how are you doing?
I'm good, Stella. How are you?
I am well. I saw that new tool chest you got. Man, the casters on that thing are massive. Yeah. Where'd it come from?
It came from an auction.
Okay.
I bet on it and I won. And it's a brand name here. It's called Blicka. Doesn't matter. It's a brand name. It's pretty good quality. It's the sheet metal is not too thin, and it's nice. And the drawers are all on real ball bearings and it's nice.
Double pull thing, so it
pull thing and all that stuff.
I forget the real name.
Yeah. And so I just spent the afternoon cleaning it and taking off the old stickers that was inside the little dividers in the drawers.
Right.
So, and I'm just in the process of finding out what to put in it.
Well, no, I mean, it looks right because some of those drawers were nice and deep, 3-inch drawers or whatnot, and some are really thin. That's great.
Yeah, it goes and
Yeah, I see someone said hello, Bruce. Is he here? I didn't see him.
Bruce?
I don't know.
Someone said hello, Bruce.
Man, who invited Bruce?
I wasn't looking. Like I said, I thought I was an hour late. That's sort of silly, but I guess it's not anymore. No, I'm looking back in the chat. I don't see Bruce in the chat.
Bruce said he was watching something on TV in relation to Veterans Day in Canada, and so hopefully he'll come up.
I see Wayne is in the chat.
Yeah. And Gary's here. Hi, Gary.
Can someone send Gary the link?
Hold on.
Can you just can I just post the link for you? Oh no, I don't have YouTube open and I can't chat from here. Let me do
and don't have the link is not in. Hold on.
I just copy the link from the
at the top of the menu
for the on the bar, but I gotta open up the YouTube. I don't even have YouTube open right now, so I can't post anything.
I do, but I can't see the link anywhere. Can you?
Right on top, it starts with a PTB6 Italy 50.
It's whatever your address bar says. StreamYard.com/whatever. PB6TAY52.
What's up? Oh, Bruce is. Yeah, that's right. Bruce is going to be up later. Okay. Yeah, next week, Bruce and I hopefully.
I can't find it.
It should be in the address bar of your browser. What browser are you working in? Like Chrome or something? I'm
in Chrome, yeah.
Hold on, I'll take a shot for Gary. Wait a minute.
Oh, so of the address bar. Hold on, but that's just a YouTube.
No, the StreamYard chat because you're looking this at StreamYard, right?
Hold on. Yeah, but see, I'm on two computers, and one is on the StreamYard. I can't.
God, this is so complicated. Our lives are so complicated.
I sent Gary something.
All right, I'm gonna open up YouTube. Let me.
Wife's birthday. Oh, nice. Happy
birthday. And I will open the pop-out chat.
Everybody say happy birthday to Gary's wife. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary's wife.
There you go.
I try not to open up YouTube because it just slows things down so much. I can't get YouTube to open because of my slow computer. Oh. So you can't post it in the chat, Kenny? Or is you in the same boat?
Klaus just wanted me to give it a little time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
There's all kinds of riffraff coming up here.
Oh.
Sort of like me, right?
No, not you. But the likes of Wayne and stuff.
Oh, the likes of Wayne, that riffraff kind of guy, Wayne. I hear
you. Oh man, he's gonna give me.
I wonder. Let me close a couple of these windows. I might close this up and come back up again.
Did you post a link, Kenny?
No, I emailed a bunch of people earlier.
Oh. Yeah, that's how I got it. Well, I just opened up the email because I walked in. I says, "Oh no, it's 3:00. I'm an hour late."
Is that the only clock that's not changed?
At this point in my life, yes. The other clock in here doesn't work.
Oh, that's good.
Every time I put a battery in it, it works for like 2 days and it stops. It's fine.
Time for a new clock.
No, man, it's my nice
non-nuclear.
No, it's my. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's that old Champion clock back there.
Yeah, but if it's burning up a battery in a couple of days,
no. It's not burning up the battery. I just think it's just so much moisture in here that it's just a poor contact. I have to get out the sandpaper and you know.
Yeah.
It's just a bad connection.
You don't have a heat source in your shop?
The only time, and I might even be turning on because it's cold in here right now. Well, not really cold. You guys will laugh at me.
You got to get one of those diesel heaters. I tell you, they sip the fuel. They don't use anything.
No. I have a kerosene heater that I will also use.
But that thing gives off a lot of moisture.
The kerosene does? Yeah. Well, see, I haven't even pulled it out. Well, isn't a diesel heater going to do the same thing?
No, because the exhaust goes outside.
Well, that means I got to get the exhaust outside. See,
it's only like a 1 inch.
But a kerosene heater, it's one of those. It's similar to a gas heater, right? One of those boxy, and it burns the stuff, and it all the moisture that comes off the combustion, gets out into the room.
Well, in my shop, I know you really can't see that, but I do have on each side there is an open gable vent that so moisture can get out. But I'll have to look into that diesel thing. I mean, I'm happy with the kerosene one. I mean, it's fine. But
I'm telling you that the diesel heater, if you have a space to set it up, it gives off dry heat because it only heats the air in your shop.
Right.
That means that all the air that escapes your shop is heated.
Right.
Which means that moisture gets out.
I might look into that because right now I moved this kerosene heater around. Right now it's under my workbench because it's I haven't needed it during the year. But I would have to dedicate a space and then be able to plug the hole. Mercifully, I've kept the critters out of this shop because it's sealed pretty well all around. I don't have open holes except when I leave the door open and birds fly in and make nests in here. I mean, that was my own fault for that. But
I mean, like Hank did, he set it up and he did a sleevey thing that goes through the wall outside, so the exhaust fumes goes outside.
Right.
The only thing that happens inside is that the air in your shop gets heated.
Right.
It doesn't take air in from. Who's that?
Mick. I haven't seen you in ages, mate.
It's looked like an academic. He's got glasses.
Mick,
on.
I was
What
gonna
the
say.
hell
You've
is
been wearing
going
those a
on?
lot lately, Mick.
That doesn't mean to say I can read. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It sounds like you are. That's Ray. That is a brilliant idea. Thank you. No, Mick. It sounds like you're in an echo chamber somewhere.
I have got a tumble dryer and a kettle on the go. So we'll give it a go.
Right. It's very echoey where you are, and you sound like you're at the other end of the room.
Yeah, it's a cheap mic keyboard.
That cheap earpiece thing he's got.
Yeah.
And now he's frozen.
Maybe it's hearing glasses. Maybe that one of those.
You talking through the earbud, Mick? He's trying something.
Man, your internet is just as shitty as mine is.
It really shouldn't be. It should be really good. We've had it all upgraded. We've had everything upgraded to full fiber.
Your voice is delayed and you are freezing up quite frequently. Your video is freezing up.
So how's that update going for you?
I'll come out and come back in again.
Bye. It could be that he's like on his phone, 5G, whatever, I don't know. I mean, my speed wasn't so bad this morning, but it's not enough that I can open up YouTube at the same time. That's my problem. So
I just got a hold of one of the. Have you seen those Lenovo Think Center computers? They're very tiny, small.
That's what we have at work. They're like about the size of a book.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're like small profile, like really teeny tiny little guys.
They're literally the size of a book. Yeah, small.
Yeah.
I got hold of one of those, so I'm gonna set up the shop with a regular monitor for a good picture.
And that's what we have at work. We put it on a stand, and then we have big monitors and keyboards.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah, I can't even get YouTube to open right now because I don't know, my internet's so slow.
But that's funny because you'd think when you started doing something that your picture would degrade or you start to pixelate or something,
right?
But it doesn't.
So you got this computer just because you thought it'd be great to have a computer out in your shop?
Yep. I have an old cheapo laptop right now.
Right.
My dream is that I can, when I want to do these streams, that I can do it out in the shop instead of here. I'm in the house now.
Right.
But my internet out there sucks.
Well, how is a computer going to help that? Are you going to run an Ethernet line out there?
It's going to help in the way that now that I got the computer, I gotta get my finger out my behind and get some good cabling out there.
Gotcha.
It's all psychological. You know?
It's all the motivational factor. I hear you, man.
I'm the type of guy that if I have a bad TV,
right.
One day I would get off the couch, I'll go outside, I'll throw out the remote, put it in the bin, and once that's collected, I'm going to sit there going, so if I want to change channel, I have to
stand up. That's what we used to do back in the 1900s. It was amazing.
We put the good new TV on top of the bad old TV.
Yeah. But when I've done that a couple of times, I get sick of it and I go buy a new TV and ta-da, problem solved.
Dude, man, you're the throwaway generation. You're terrible.
I know. But the thing is, my old TV upstairs, it's a 42-inch old Sony. It's about 15 years old. LCD screen. It gives off so much heat. I don't have to turn on the heater upstairs.
Good job.
So I figured I may go on to the green wave and buy me a more energy efficient one.
Well, that would work.
Yeah.
The light just died on me. Oh, there we go. There's some light on this subject. I was getting kind of dark over here.
Good. So, Mick, how's the new kitchen working for you?
It's good, man. Yeah, it's good. But we've had one problem. That is the adhesive to the floor has not taken. Has failed. So we've had the kitchen installer and Tyler Boss come round yesterday, and he came in and he tapped 3 tiles and he said, "Yeah, that's at it. All but come back up."
So this is the adhesive that they use for like ceramic tiles. They didn't like mix it up right or something.
No, mixed it up fine. I think what it was, one fella laid it over 2 days, and I think he put some stuff down, and like most stuff that goes that has a hardening element to it or actimate to it, it has a time span, and you have to get that tile on the floor, get it pressed down in position in a certain amount of time.
Right.
And it's not taking it. It's moving. It's cracking. Well, the tile's not. The grout is cracking. So I paid an extortionate amount of money for really high quality ceramic tiles.
Absolutely.
And, he came in and he said, "Yes, no good. It's got to go." So he said he'd replace the whole lot at no cost to us. So it's just the inconvenience, I suppose.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you didn't have any argument from the guy, because it's really too bad when you got to do that kind of stuff. So it's all right.
To be fair, he was only about 5'2" and about 16 stone. So I was going to have no problems. I'd have just folded him up, put him in a cup, and told him to shut up. He didn't agree. So.
Yeah, fix this now. You better fix this.
It's nice. It's really nice. Nice kitchen, but Anyway, the floor's got to be done. So. Nice. Bill. Damn, that clock. Well, yeah, my new clock,
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It's right up okay until I put the number 10 on and the 0 wasn't quite square, and I just thought I'd just move that. and as I moved it, it tore about 2 inches of paper. So now I've got to take that part of the clock off.
We can't
and
see
the
that.
wallpaper back.
We
You
can't see
can
that.
see it. I know it's there.
Okay, one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. So I've got to renew that. But no, it's nice. Yeah, it looks good, man. It's all it's all nice. Yeah, it's
It
nice.
looks spiffy. It looks spiffy. It really
Yeah, we
does.
like it. Yeah. But apart from that, no, all good. I've been working on a machine that someone bought in. I serviced 3 weeks ago. They said a lawnmower and a strimmer that I serviced no longer start, and the lawnmower is blowing out white smoke. So I got it in, and well, that's what happens when you fill it up with diesel. So,
Oh dear.
so
Yikes.
I've done a video today that says, "Can I run my petrol lawnmower on diesel?" The simple answer is no.
Well, you can.
Wow.
You can, just not for very long.
Just not for very long, right?
Yeah.
We've gone past that. We've gone to the bit where now it's failing to start. So yeah, they're running now, and she's picking up tomorrow. So yeah, I'm doing that. And I did a review. I know you were talking about diesel heaters earlier.
Yes.
I did a review on one this week, and
That was the suitcase one.
Yeah,
that was nice.
It's nice. However, I did miss a very vital part, and I wish I had the heater back, because there is one massive, dangerous design flaw with it, and I think they're going to send me another 2 slightly different heaters, one for slightly higher altitude. Not going to make much difference over here. But over here we have these plugs. Let me see if I can find one. I haven't got one here to hand. But you know the type of plug that you have to fit into TVs. They're not like a 3-pin plug, a little
right.
black one. They got a special name. Some of them are chatting. It's like ICE or something like, I don't know what it is.
Right.
They've got one of these specialist plugs. What is it called?
IDE.
IDE. Yeah.
IDE.
Yeah, I think I said IEC or something. Anyway, they've got one of these plugs or socket on the diesel heater. So I was under the assumption that you can just buy a 24 volt adapter, plug that in there, and boom, because they supply it with a 24 volt to 12 volt with 2 little tiny clamps that you just screw onto the
right.
Yeah, onto the
like old speaker connections.
Yeah. So all good. However, I watched another reviewer just yesterday, and I've sent Pete the video because I gave my heater to Peter because he freezes his arse off in his shed. So, however, on his video, I didn't take mine apart. I just, as it was, plug and play. But they have this 24, what I assume to be 24 volt socket that we have in the UK. But when he took his shield off, the cover, it goes 24 volt adapter plug that we have into the socket, and then just 2 tails of wire which goes straight onto the 24 volt to 12 volt adapter, 2 pins behind it, and there's no step down from 24 volt to 12 volt in the first 2 instances. So you can be plugging in 240 volt, boom, straight into a 12 volt adapter that isn't fused or doesn't have a reducer or anything in between it. So yeah, well, it will.
It is crazy.
It will definitely fry the motherboard, and hopefully that would be it. But yeah, anyway, I'm hoping to get another one off of them. In fact, I think they're sending me 2. So if they do, I should be looking out for that, because in the UK, if you've got like a TV or a radio or heater or something like that, you would have one of these 240 volt adapter sockets, and you just go, oh, that's broken, I'll use that, and boom, straight there. So it's not good.
There's something to be said for CE marked stuff, you know.
Right.
And this stuff isn't CE marked.
I think in all fairness, Klaus, it is not anywhere in the instruction manual stated it's for 240. However, it should have a little sticker beside of it that says 12 volt only with an arrow. If it had that, I'd have no argument. But you've got to cater for the conkers in this life. We just plug that in there. The diesel heaters are 12 and 24 volt. They are and they're not. They are and they're not. My one I've got is purely 12 volt, which you can run a supply of 240, but it has to go through an adapter that converts the 240 to 12. That's fine. I'm not saying that's wrong. Who was that? Rusted Roll. I'm not saying that's wrong. But this heater has got a 240 adapter which goes straight into the 12 volt. So if it's 240 plugged straight in, you're putting 240 into the 12 volt socket with this. It's not good.
Can you kick off the link, will you?
Does a clock have a chime every hour? What happens is every hour and every half hour, Mrs. P will run him with no top on. That's generally what happens.
Hold on. At bottom half, you do like that, will you?
You've got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then you just good. So can you step off the screen when that happens, Mick? Just
sure. Hang on, there's something on my camera. Hang on, mate. What's on my camera?
No, not that. No.
So Mick, do you have the whole clock mechanism like it's like a when you're doing a shower, you can get to it from the backside of like a closet or something?
Well, here.
Yeah.
So literally, you just take that off. Cool. So
who's the Elminator?
You can just take that off.
Hey, Brock.
Hey, Brock.
So that's the entire clock. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then you just get a special little template. 1 minute to go, Mrs. P. Then you get a template, which I've got a template here.
Looks like the Masons thing.
You get a template which is on. It's in.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the bottom half of the hour.
Wayne, how are you today? Brock, how you doing?
Say bone.
Where is everyone?
And all you do is you put that on the middle bit, and you just use this to put your numbers around. You line it up to however long you want it. Yeah, done. Easy.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Oh, here comes Mrs. P. 2 seconds.
You bloody blithering idiot!
He's only yanking your chain, Klaus. You got 2 more minutes, man.
Okay.
This is going to take 30 seconds of noises.
I might, well.
If Hank was here, there's going to be some yelling.
Where's Hank today?
I don't know.
I didn't see him in there.
No,
Hank was with his son going round to his dad's house to remove some kind of furniture and bits and pieces.
I'll be right back.
Brock, how's the back? Good?
No, they're looking at surgery.
Oh,
but
shit.
I'm trying to get them to do those epidural shots first,
Yeah.
That stuff Henry talked about last week didn't work?
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit past help for topical, and oral, yeah. It's I got a pretty bad disc herniation, so yeah. I didn't realize it was that bad until we got the MRI and that, and I just chalked it up as being too cold outside at first, and then my foot, the toe, the big toe and the index toe is totally numb. You can't feel anything.
Ah, Jesus, that's a bad one.
Yeah. And it radiates up and down the left side of my.
When are you going in, Brock?
They're gonna talk to me again on Monday to see what my wife and I decide to do.
How long did it take you?
What's up with you?
My back, I got a herniated disc. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get your MRI in the States?
Oh, it's very fast, like 3 days.
Yeah, because I got to have one in guess when? March 2024. That's how long it takes to get one here.
Wow.
And that was set up 2 months ago.
Well,
yeah, I know the feeling. That's the beauty of socialized medicine, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I heard in Canada now for a herniated back, they now going via the anal passage. I don't know how true that is. Just what I heard.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Is that why they want? Is that why you want to hurry up with it? Is it, Wayne?
Had that passage already infiltrated with the scope. Not a good experience, I can tell you that.
Anything past that S1, you're done.
The only thing that sucks about turning 50 is that when you go in for your checkup, all of a sudden, normally it was just a, yeah, you're good, yeah, you're good, yeah, you're good. And then you turn 50, he goes, bend over.
Yeah.
Why? Well, we got.
It's funny, you get that over here, Klaus, at 40. And I went in for mine because I'm 45. So I had mine 5 years ago, and I had the honor and the privilege of having mine done. And the doctor said, pull your trousers and pants down, and he got the glove on, and he said, now Bob, try not to get an erection. I looked over my shoulder and I said, my name's not Bob. He said, no, my name's Bob.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got mine about 2 weeks ago at 47, and they put you asleep here. Do they put you asleep elsewhere?
When I got mine, buddy, he said, "You're big enough, you can take it like a man."
Yeah,
I'm not being funny, Brock, but if anyone's been putting a finger up my ass, I want to be awake when that's happening.
This wasn't a finger. This was 6 feet of lancing with a camera on the end of it. Something like you check out the inside of a piston cylinder.
So over here, you'd find it on Facebook now.
I could have done that for half, and I had
right.
in color.
Gave you a couple of drinks, and yeah. You know how you see the doctor beforehand, and it was a woman, and her name was Dr. Payne, for crying out loud.
Yeah. With a Y or an I?
Yeah, oh yeah, she was a little video thing too. She comes in there. Hello, I said, what?
And I don't mind as long as I take them goddamn thumb rings off first.
When I woke up, there's about 12 or 13 people in there. I said, whoa, that was a party on there. Everybody started laughing, Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And then they have all the new doctors in for schooling, and they go, no, I go, get the F out.
You get 15 students turn up, and the doctor says, do you mind if they watch? Yeah, I mind. Yeah, I mind watching my arse.
I actually freaking mind. Yes, I do.
So listen, we got to convince Bruce that he's got to get a leak down tester, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of seeing him tearing engines apart. That I think we're good.
Yeah. It's a big time saver, man.
Yeah.
I don't show mine because it's not really, but yeah.
I have a cheapo Chinese one, and it works fine.
Yeah, $35 I think we paid for ours, and we already broke one of the glass gauges, but it still works fine.
Yeah.
I think Hank gave me mine. He sent me one off the Amazon wish list, and I use it a lot, man. I use it a lot.
Oh yeah.
It takes minutes. It takes seconds just to rig it all up. It doesn't take long.
Yeah. And if your rings are good, if your valves are staying open.
It's
amazing. It's an amazing tool.
It is. And you wouldn't think that it covers all of that, but if you really start thinking into it, it covers a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because that Murray engine, I don't know if it's a Murray. I think it was a Briggs & Stratton engine, but I think that And normally nobody would do it, but I think somebody drilled out that jet a little bit, and it was getting too much fuel, and now it's screwed. It's it's flooding out.
Yeah.
Conker had one the other week where he had a mighty vac on, and he was losing pressure left, right, and centre. And he said the valves were really, really good, and everything else was where it should be, but he just couldn't get no pressure on. I think it was on a jet wash, a power wash. And when we was at Saltex, we was having a meal together, and he was telling me about it. And I said, "You want to check them rings because it sounds like it's passing. It's like the rings are shifted, and the engine has done no work at all. It looked brand new. But when he took the pan off, someone had put gasket glue around the pan. So I said, someone's been in there. Yeah. And when he got the piston out, both the rings ran the same way. So he went to turn the ring around, and he broke one of the rings. So it's by the ring. And apparently now the engine's running.
How about you just send him one, Wayne, and we'll PayPal you some money.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, that means Wayne's got to open his wallet up, and we all know what those Canadian boys are like. I mean,
Canadians are tightwad.
When you said can Wayne buy one, Wayne went like that.
Started sweating.
Why don't you just do that and tell us how much we owe you, Wayne?
No, it's okay.
Told you, Canadian.
Well, I was just looking into, for me to go onto Amazon Canada, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. Taxes and crap. And
oh, no way.
Yeah, because it's only $35.
Yeah, I think that's all they are. They're not expensive.
No. But then again,
he's got millions. Bruce has got millions. He spends like 8 months a year on holiday. He can afford it.
He's such a tightwad. We have to buy him stuff. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
I'm not happy to sit here and slag Bruce off whilst he's not here. I'll be much happier if Bruce comes up. I can slag him off here to his face. You know what I mean?
He'll come up in due time, and then we'll slag him off.
In his last video, I saw the cases of Twisted Tea that he's got stored underneath the empty boxes. One of those boxes would have bought that.
Oh yeah.
I think he's sponsored by Twisted Tea.
Or what's it called? Kanoki? The beer brand?
Kokanee.
Kokanee.
Kokanee. It's a good beer.
Yeah. Never had it, by the way. But
yeah, it's a good beer.
That German beer?
No, it's Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadian?
As long as it's not as bad as Tim Hortons coffee, because holy crap, that was bad.
McDonald's has got the best coffee going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that says a lot. Yeah. Everybody told me when I was in Canada. I've been in Canada twice, in Toronto, and people, you got to go to Tim Hortons. They got Tim Hortons this, Tim Hortons that. Okay, I'll go to Tim Hortons. Can I have a black coffee? And the girl goes, "Do you want sugar in it?" No. Okay, here's a black coffee. And I had a sip and said, "There's something wrong with it." And she goes, "No, that's black coffee." I said, "It may be black, but it's not coffee." And she says, "That is how we serve it." Okay. It was horrible. I mean, it was tea.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. The full breakfast, it has the fried potatoes instead of hash browns, and I kind of like that. I stayed in a small motel where they didn't have a breakfast restaurant, but they had a deal with a breakfast restaurant across the street, which was like a mom and pop operation. And I said, "I'd like a full breakfast," and she says, "Do you want potatoes with this?" I said, "Hell yeah!" So give me, and I thought I'd get hash browns because that's what I've been having when I was in the States. And no, then there was fried potatoes, and I love fried potatoes. It was good stuff.
A lot of places call those home fries.
Home fries, yeah. It was good.
We take cash in Canada, Simone.
We only take cash in Canada.
No, Tim Hortons takes cash.
They do? Nice. They don't give it back for crappy coffee, though.
They don't give it back.
That's why they use 18% cream, Klaus.
Well, yeah.
I don't take cream.
Kills the
I don't.
flavor.
Yeah.
Well, I don't take cream in my coffee. I take cream in my coffee.
I always get the triple, you know, and get you going. You know.
Triple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder you got a herniated disc.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, coffee that doesn't taste of coffee. What's with that? You know.
Yeah, they got me on this.
I know when you guys do your regular drip coffee maker, how many scoops do you put in for a full pot of coffee?
1 per cup.
3.
Yes, 1 per cup and 1 for the can, right? 11.
Yeah, I like a little extra.
I like it extra too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife calls it cowboying it up, you know.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Yep. That's good coffee. But
I like the old percolators on the stove.
Those
And
really
you get
make
the
it
grounds in the coffee.
Yeah.
Now that's good coffee.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, when we go hunting, we use one of those.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Al
and
McLean-
eggs.
Al McLean says that he had coffee at McDonald's last Saturday and it was rubbish. Well, yeah. It's not the greatest of coffees, but I've had worse.
It's consistent.
Yeah, it's consistently bad.
I don't like the Starbucks. Starbucks coffee's crap over here. I don't know if it's just a local store, but Starbucks is bad over here.
Too strong for me.
And
Never had a Starbucks.
Greg's coffee.
Too strong.
You
We
want to
used to
screw
call
up?
it
You want to screw up
Starbucks.
the Starbucks? You want to screw them up though? You go up there and just say, "Yeah, can I have a black coffee with cream?" And they're like, "What?"
Well, they don't know what it
It's
is.
like you got to use the code, you know, like a mocha
Yeah.
frappe, pacchino,
Yeah,
Yeah, you got another secret
Grande.
handshake. Yeah.
grande.
I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
My wife drinks 3 cups of that a day. Every day.
Yeah, that's good coffee.
Yeah, good coffee. We got Dunkin' Donuts over here in Canada.
Yeah. It's too hot, so you got to ask for the ice.
I love Italian espresso coffee. How about that?
I drink tea, so
Yeah.
I got no skin in this game.
How many bags do you use?
How many
Huh?
what?
Bags, tea bags.
I just use one, but it's a small cup.
Well,
You know,
must
I
not
mean-
be from the dollar store like my wife gets.
No. I buy the good stuff. No, I have to. I mean, I still have a caffeine addiction. Don't get me wrong, but I fulfill my caffeine addiction with tea, not coffee. So
It's better for you.
I don't think so.
No.
It's probably all
It
the same.
sounds good.
It is good.
Yeah. Yeah, we drink a lot of tea too during the day. Coffee in the morning, tea and all day. So, we have
Well,
this
that's-
electric kennel. It just
Yes.
push the button and it lights up, and then when it's done lighting, it swirls like that, and that's it. It takes like less than a minute to boil water.
Simone, I have tried. We have all we get here is Yorkshire Gold, and it comes like in like not like individual wrappers. So by the time we get it over here, the tea tastes stale to me. So the tea I buy is Tetley's. They have a brew that comes in like sealed, like little foil packet kind of thing. So that still tastes like tea to me. So
So you're getting like a little buzz off of your tea.
well, hell yeah, that's the point. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's some good tea right there.
No, it's good stuff. I mean, I'll have like usually like 3 cups of tea in the morning, and then I'm done drinking caffeine for the day.
Yeah, they give me some medicine. I'm a lot better today, everybody. Like it was that nerve pain is like no other I've ever experienced. Like It's a
It
different
can be
kind of-
bad.
yeah, it's a different kind of hurting, ain't it? That nerve pain.
Well, I got the chubby butcher coming over tonight for the UFC, and he just started walking after being laid up for a week
Ouch.
Oh
with
man.
his back. And I don't know how his toes are. He said there's a couple of toes that he's got no feeling in. Goes right
Mhm.
down the leg, eh?
Yeah.
Are
Ooh.
you making him cook as well, or?
No, I'm doing sausage, sauerkraut, and potatoes for.
Oh man,
for
that
the
sounds
fight.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne,
Sauerkraut
does he have sugar or what's the deal?
No, he's just got a real bad back. He he was working as taking the place of his manager, and I guess part of it is unloading the trucks.
Ouch.
And they're anywhere from 50 to 80-pound boxes of meat when they come in.
You know what
So
they
I
say?
said, stupid rules. If I ran the shop and I was the manager, this guy don't unload no trucks. He gets the young guys.
Yeah.
You gotta have some young stocking kids.
A lot can go wrong, Wayne, when you're sitting there chucking your meat about. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful.
Buddy, if I'm the manager, I'm not supposed to be doing any work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's what we pay people to do.
Yeah, the way that I did it, I was unloading some of the salt because we have a well, for our water, but you have to add the iron out salt pellets, and there's 60-pound bags, and I just grabbed one and it went to go fall off the back of the truck, and I kind of just like went like that and grabbed it. And, Yep. Pulled it right out, man.
Yeah, it only takes one wrong move to throw it back.
Yep. Yeah, but they got me on that nerve pain medicine. It's tolerable right now, so I'm fortunate that I'm out of pain for right now.
That's good.
Yeah. Pretty scary when your toes go numb and your foot starts to fall asleep for 2 weeks.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Getting old sucks.
Yeah.
You lying.
Oh yeah.
And it don't stop either. It don't take no
That's
break.
right. It just keeps on going.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of Pepsi there, Mick.
Yeah, a little bit of Pepsi. I'm a bit of a Pepsi Max whore, to be fair.
Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
Diet Coke. Diet.
Diet Coke.
I tried to look off my figure, Wayne, as you know.
Oh, okay. So the Pepsi Max has got no sugar in it, or it's got more sugar in it?
No sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah, no sugar.
No, I got
No
up.
sugar,
I got up.
No sugar, no salt, no saturates.
My wife flipped out when I told her I weighed 260.2 pounds. She says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting ready to fight Mike Tyson."
There you go.
265.
Was she complaining about your weight when you was laying on top of her? Or
No. Too old for that. Too old for that, buddy.
Oh dear.
Just wondering.
Now, when we were younger, Mick.
Yeah, I hear. I've already got the image, Wayne. I don't need to go over that again.
There was a lot of action going on in Canada.
Yeah, leave it. Yeah, leave it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
We've talked about everything except small engines, eh?
We started.
Yeah,
No, we were
Oh,
talking
no,
about
we
small
did.
engines.
Yeah, just about.
Stella's on there.
What?
You're Stella.
Oh, there's
I'm here.
the
Hey,
boss.
how you doing?
She goes, I hear Stella.
No, I just had to go check my shrimp and grits. I pulled out the heater and then I said double duty. I like look in the refrigerator to grab a beer and I'm like, maybe shrimp and grits will be good. So it's sitting on top of the leftover shrimp and grits, by the way. That's sitting on top of the heater. So
That's what I was gonna say. You're all ready, right?
That's Stephanie, right?
I like
That's Stephanie, right, Brock?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Stephanie,
Hi, how are you?
you know why his back's so bad? It's moving around all that equipment he's got in that garage. In that shop.
If you
Gotta
quit
start
bringing all
selling
this
some of
stuff
it.
in the garage,
Busted again.
That's it, Wayne. Just you keep poking that man. Just you keep poking him.
He's far enough away from me, I don't have to worry about it.
don't let me talk to your wife. I know you got a bunch of stuff laying around too, don't you?
She never sees me. I'm always in the shop.
Simone has a valid question. What are grits?
grits,
Oh,
grits,
Oh.
grits are poor man's polenta.
Yeah.
What the heck
that's-
is polenta?
Oh, come on, Klaus. You know what polenta is.
Yeah.
I
No,
do.
Yeah.
Ground
What
corn.
is it corn based or wheat based?
Yeah,
it
ground corn.
is all just ground corn. See, here's Here's my shrimp and grits. See, it's getting nice and warm right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I cooked it last night, and it's actually a little steam coming. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's sort of it's getting there. They're
You
pink
put
grits.
cheese in yours too?
Oh no, this is just some grits. It's pink grits. It's got it's like got all kinds of like different types of corn in there. So when it cooks up, it's pink.
Man.
It's got like Italian sausage, shrimp, peppers from my garden, and a lot of cheddar cheese. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Man.
It's good leftovers. What can I say?
So
we love
annoying.
I remember when I was in Miami, I went for breakfast, and we were in the Hispanic part of Miami.
Mhm.
Went for breakfast, and I said to the guy, I'd like 2 eggs over easy, bacon, and home fries. And the guy said, we don't have any home fries. I said, well, then I'll just have the bacon and the eggs. And the guy says, no, you got to have the grits. And I said, I don't want any stinking grits. And the guy says, you ain't getting any bacon and eggs unless you get the grit.
Right.
So here I am stuck getting bacon and eggs with grits. Well, boys and girls, I got to tell you, this plate came out. It was beautiful. It was floating in bacon grease.
Yes.
My eggs didn't even touch the plate, and there was a bunch of grits on there too.
Man.
So Simone, grits are actually a little more coarser than what you would think of polenta, but it's basically not as finely ground as the corn that's in polenta.
Yeah.
So
It's good. It's actually good food.
It
it is.
Keeps you regular, right, Stella?
No, that's not why I eat it. I just eat it because it tastes good.
Oh yeah. Is everybody okay?
No, but I mean, if you have a rice or if you have, it doesn't matter. It's starch.
There you go, Stella.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, my shrimps are all cut up little pieces in there. So
Where's that?
hey, Steve.
And make too. Hi, Steve.
Steve, who? Who's this?
There's your buddy
guy?
Steve.
Is
There's your buddy
it
Steve.
you?
He's an up and coming YouTuber.
Maybe he should come up on the panel. He might learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Well.
He should.
You'll be telling me he's Canadian next.
That's right.
Mind you, he'll probably come up if he's got the minerals, but we'll see.
Minerals.
How many you got room for, Kenny?
10.
10.
Okay. And I gotta say, Kenny, nice T-shirt, buddy.
You like that?
Oh yeah.
I like
Prostate
it.
shirt.
I like it.
The poppy, though. I got my poppy on.
There you go.
Limited.
Limited.
Limited. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you, I'm full of branding today. I got that. Wait a minute. I got my hat here.
He froze up.
You got your frozen.
Yeah.
You got your frozen.
That's something.
It's cold in Connecticut.
So I look like someone else.
Aren't it?
And I got my
There you go, Stella. There you go. But you know what, Stella, you got the OEM equipment now, don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
And I think it's in the laundry right now. Otherwise, I'd be rocking that today. So
The cup? I'm kidding.
No. The shirt. No.
With these glasses, I freak out with these glasses because everything looks like daylight now. You know.
Well,
Yeah.
we kind of freak out too because you look like. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Used to use them for shooting when we went moose hunting,
Mm.
Yeah.
breaking
Yeah.
everything up.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got yellow ones like that. Yeah. For shooting.
Yeah, mine were Bushnells.
Oh yeah, Bushnell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
That's
got
good.
I got yellow
So
ones. I got yellow ones
so
for
we-
driving in the rain.
I can never get over it in America and Canada when you guys go hunting. You wear bright orange vest. You wear camouflage, and then
Yeah.
you wear a bright orange vest. I mean, I've never.
Yeah. It's so.
I never wore camouflage.
Well, that's so other people
I
can
see
see
it.
you.
So other people can
Yeah.
see.
see
I
you.
get that. I get
But-
that. In the UK, we don't do that.
But I think there's a law that says we have to wear an orange vest at least.
Mhm. Yep.
We
The
don't
thing
get
is
that.
that
But we won't, Nick. We won't need it.
game,
We won't need
the
it pretty soon because our government wants to take away all our guns.
Oh,
It's no,
In
it's
Canada.
no
Hi,
different over
detective.
here, mate.
Have a
They
great
say
day.
They say basically we may not even be entitled to own private property. That's how bad it is now.
Over here, they've now changed the gun laws. Obviously, you can only have a gun if you're certificated, which I am. I've got guns in my house. But they're now changing the law over here to say unless you have good reason to own one, i.e., you belong to a gun club or a pheasant club or whatever it is.
Hate your neighbor, stuff like that.
that's a good one.
Unless you can prove that you've been and you've got written permission, they're going to go.
Yeah,
they're going to go.
Yeah. Well, here we're not allowed to have them unless you're in a gun club or if you're a hunter.
And is there any gun violence in Denmark?
Some.
Yeah.
I mean, criminals will always get guns, right?
Correct. They're the ones that are going to have them.
Yeah.
But
they're always going to have them.
If I get caught with a pepper spray or anything worse than that, I am looking at 1 to 2 years behind bars.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's Panama Jack.
I think it's 18 months over here, Klaus.
Just to have one, just to get caught.
No, if you're caught with one, 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're caught using it, we're looking at 5 to 6 years.
Wow.
No, you can do that over here legally to another certificated holder within 24 hours. You have to notify in writing that the gun is now located at that premises, and it can be for 10 years. It's no problem, but there has to be a paper trail. That's all it is. That hasn't changed.
It's pretty regulated here. It really is.
To be fair, it's pretty good. It's pretty good here. I mean, we get regular-ish checks, and they've now changed it. It used to be run by a firearms officer who was normally a retired police officer or firearms officer. But my last check I had a phone call come in on my phone. It's really early. It's about 7:30 in the morning. A number that I didn't recognise, and it wasn't withheld. So I answered it, and a bloke said, "Is that Mr. Mowers?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, it's so and so here, firearms officer. I'd like to come and do a surprise inspection, please." I went, "Yeah, cool. What are you looking at?" He said, "Within the next 3 minutes." I went, "Yeah, okay." So he was at the bottom of the road. He was at the bottom of the road. So he come up, reversed up in a BMW car, and they were 6'9", 6'10" lads got out of his car. They were big. They made me look stupid. And they got out with his semi-automatic guns. I said, "There's no need for that." He said, "Well, we have to because you're armed. Technically, we have to be armed." So they came in, and Riley was like, "I give up.
Right.
To be fair, they were really cool guys, really discreet-ish for an armed response unit, and they just checked the numbers, checked the keys, checked the cabinet was up to date, and they were gone. They took no more than 3.5 minutes. They were here total time. Yeah, ticked the box and away they went. So it's good to see.
Yeah. Do they check if there's a lock also on the firearm?
So over here in the UK for a shotgun, you can have any number of shotguns you like as long as they are secured in a cabinet, and the cabinet must have 2 locks with internal hinges and must be bolted to the wall. That is pretty much it. However, you can still the law clearly states that it must be inside a locked cabinet or a locked vessel. So technically, you could have it mounted on the wall in plain sight with a securing cable going around it, because your house does actually count as a locked vessel. So as long as your front and back doors have locks on and your windows have locks on, you can have it up on the wall or in a glass display cabinet.
We can't do that here. It's got to go in the cabinet. The cabinet has to be a certified cabinet, and if it's not in there.
Anything over a shotgun, you can have shotguns in a gun room, for instance. So you can have a room that's dedicated to all your shooting gear, with moose heads on the wall, and you have a really nice glass display cabinet, but there must be a cable going through the mechanism of the gun, so you can just take it, and do it like that. You can do it like that, but it's just easier just to abide by the rules and put it in a cabinet and lock it up. And my cabinet, I'm pretty much convinced, if Klaus come round here, it would probably take him about 5 hours to find my cabinet, and then it'd take another 3 hours to find my safe, and then you've got to break the combination to the safe to get the keys out to go and access
For the cabinet.
And you know what? That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
it really is. Because the guns are not for anyone other than the owner. And that's...
No, that's right. No, when the guys came in, they were sitting there chatting to Mrs. P, and they said, "Oh, do you know where the keys for the cabinet are?" Mrs. P went, "Why would I know that?"
Yeah.
No one knows where the keys are.
No.
Simple as that.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But
it's pretty well regulated here. It is, and the penalty for getting caught with something that is not allowed is pretty steep.
So why is the law changing in Canada then? Why?
Well, the Canadian government, like, we went through registration, and then that fell through. Everybody had to register all their firearms. So I had sent every gun with serial number and everything to the RCMP, which is Royal Canadian Mounted Police here. And then that law fell through. And then the government came out with a bill that was going to ban all kinds of guns, and there was a list. And one of the guns that was on that list that made it a real farce was somebody invented a prototype gun. There's only one in the world. This guy, there's a YouTube video on it. And that gun was listed as one of the banned items, even though there was only this one prototype weapon that was ever made. And then they canned that. So now the Prime Minister, without going through our parliamentary procedures, has basically issued another ban on guns, and it's been upheld by the Canadian courts. That says that he's in his right to do what he's doing, which now our Firearms Association here is appealing that, because they're saying basically what it said is Canadians are not entitled to private property, because that's your private property. And without parliamentary regulations, just having somebody up in the government, as our Prime Minister is, able to say you're not allowed to have this, means that you have no right to private property. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about, for example, my home and my property that the home sits on. There are expropriation laws in Canada that allow a government to expropriate property from you, where you have no choice but to sell your property. But normally that's for widening roads, road development. But in all reality, our courts have now ruled that he can make this order to take away our guns, and we're talking about people that use these for hunting. Then they're saying that he could make one to basically freeze our bank accounts, which he had done through the Emergency Act. But they're saying that basically he could say we're taking all these properties and nobody could do anything, even the courts.
Yeah.
So it's being appealed right now. And
I think it's very different, because you over in Canada and America, the whole hunting thing is much more widely accepted, more than in the UK, and not just because of its heritage, because we have a lot of hunting heritage in the UK, but I think it's more because we're a smaller island or a smaller country. There is not the necessity to do it as much. So over here, if you don't need one, we don't have the crime rate like America. The right to bear arms to protect yourself.
But in Canada, we've got a lot of Indigenous people.
Yeah, I get that.
It's part of their culture that you're brought up to learn how to hunt. And survive.
I get that. I was brought up as a hunting man myself, from a hunting family, and to go hunting is not second nature; it's first nature to me. That's what I was brought up on. But as time's gone on, and certainly COVID has taught me that I don't need to. Mine have not been out in 4 years. I haven't seen my guns. You know, just I haven't had the need. So I said to Mrs. P, do you know what? I've had the best of it. I've had the best of it when you didn't even need to have a case. You could just throw the gun on your shoulder, walk down the high street to your car, put the gun in the car, and away you go. I've had the best of it, and now just I don't think I need it in my life anymore. But saying that, with a current way the things are going at the moment in London and what have you, I may just hang on to it for another 6 months.
Yeah. Well, the last time I hunted, my dad passed away. My dad passed away in 1988. I think the last year I hunted was 1989. But these are my dad's guns. They're locked up, and they're being handed down to my son. If he decides that he wants to go out hunting or shooting, he can.
Yeah, I get that.
And the other thing that's happening in Canada right now, we've got a carbon tax, which is basically on anything that is related to fuel. So it's
welcome to the club.
Yeah, okay. So now in Canada, I don't know if you heard, but what they've done is, because there was such an uproar from the East Coast where they mainly heat with heating oil, and most of the East Coast is liberal controlled, and we have a liberal majority now that they're tied up with the NDPs in our government, and they've got basically a majority with the NDPs. There was so much pressure from the liberals in power in the East Coast that they cut the carbon tax on heating oil only, which represents 3% of the Canadian population. So now the uproar is, you've reduced the carbon tax on heating, but only on oil. What about the other 97% of Canadians that heat with natural gas? That's not being reduced. So they tried to pass another bill amending that they would reduce the carbon tax on natural gas, but the party Quebec, they got together with the Liberals and defeated that. And the reason they defeated it, guess what? Quebec does not pay the carbon tax. They don't pay it.
That's crazy.
Only all the rest of the provinces do. So now, right now, the province of Saskatchewan on January the 1st, because they have a government-run, I think it's government-run power or natural gas system or whatever, they're going to refuse to collect the carbon tax for the federal government. Yeah.
What's everyone doing? How's the temperature out there today?
Cold.
We got ice in our swimming pools.
Yeah, lying.
I got 82 here.
Oh wow!
No
in
shit.
Florida.
Yep.
So did they put a metal cage around your facility there to stop people or animals getting into your area, or to stop you getting out, Mr. Briggs? Which way around was that?
No, this is a pool enclosure in my sister's backyard, yo.
That's a lanai, it's called.
That's right. This is her ghetto house.
Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe they just put you in there just to shut you up, lock you up, throw away the key, and that's being
sorry, Mick. Sorry, Mick. I hate to tell you something. My sister loves her big brother. She just took me on a cruise there. I just came back.
Yeah.
Where was
have you got swimming trunks on, or are you fully clothed, or what are you doing?
No, I froze up, but I got a pair of shorts on. I might. Here we go. See, we just got back.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at. Yeah, here you go. Here. Let's show you Mr. Briggs's legs.
Oh, you shaved those legs? You shaved those legs? I don't see no hair on them legs.
I've seen bigger legs on a sparrowhawk.
Look, there's hair right there.
Wait, we gotta call John Clem up so that Lisa can send us some toe tags for you.
Come on,
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Those legs have never seen the sun.
Yeah.
No, they haven't. I am definitely cannot say I'm not white.
don't you in Canada, Wayne? You have poles like that on the side of a road to stop the ice road truckers going off the road. Don't we stick them in the ground every sort of 20 yards?
Yeah.
Deflectors or something. What are they called? Deflectors or something? Oh, yeah, they stick them in the ground, little white sticks.
Yeah.
So, Briggs, did you go to the Maya ruins?
I went to Bahamas and NASA, Bahamas, and we went to saw a fort there, and we went to the rummery, the rum cake factory as well. Went and saw the Atlantis, where Michael Jackson had a house. It was a fun trip.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way. I don't think I drank that much alcohol in my entire life as I did the last 4 days.
You know, those dirty bananas.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the drink packages you have are 15 drinks a day.
Yeah.
And I had 15 doubles of whiskey sours just about every day.
Yeah, but you eat a lot too on those.
Who said I ate anything? I didn't eat crap. I just ate steak. I ate steak dinner. I had 4 steak dinners and 4 steak lunches. That's all I did was eat steak and whiskey sours and got drunk and got hammered big time.
Yeah. Well, what did you wear for dress up night?
Oh, a suit and tie.
Yeah. I like that.
I
like
did.
going on cruises. We used to go all the time when my kids were younger. Yeah.
So, let me see if I can find the picture. She had pictures done.
Yeah. That's picture night, we call that, when the kids were younger. They hated picture night. They were like,
But see, Mick,
you know.
oh, believe me, we had fun.
Yeah, we liked going on those cruises.
But see, Mick, look, here's the jail door. We'll walk over. We'll open it for you. See, look, there's a latch. I can walk out. See, look, we're outside.
What town is that?
Alligator.
What town is she in?
I'm in Fort Myers.
Yeah, I used to live in Fort Myers. I used to live McGregor Court.
Yeah, this is a little gem circle.
Yeah, I know where that's at. Yeah, I also had a house in what the heck was that? Across the bridge.
Hey, Joe.
I can't remember. No.
So,
Oh,
Brock,
yeah,
what are you
it's not
working
bad.
on?
I'm gonna be trying to get after that other deck on that Husqvarna next.
You got to do some welding.
Well, not on that one, I don't think. But I did welding on the last one. The last one's all done. Yeah. I didn't show it because I don't know if it's gonna like spark on my screen, you know. So
Yeah.
kind of do it and then show it and then paint it and then put it on there. You know, kind of. There you go. Look at there. It looks like a sports broadcaster.
It's like a politician.
That's why I keep some parts of like old decks that have rotted through that we're going to scrap. I'll cut out areas that are solid.
Yeah.
And then I'll use them for templates when I do, you know, if somebody's got one that needs that section, I can use the good stuff and just weld it in.
That's
That
actually
way
a
I
great
don't have
idea.
to form anything out.
Yeah, because you got them curves too, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's always in them dips that they're
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. But this one that I'm working on next, you know, it's funny that it says right on there on the sticker, it says 12 gauge steel on there for the deck. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I never seen one that said 12 gauge steel, you know. Yeah.
Well, all the new stuff that's coming out so thin, I can carry it around myself.
No doubt. Yeah. This one's like, what is that? Like a 05 or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's all, you know, shipping costs and that, you know, they want to try to trim any way possible.
Yeah.
You know? The bean counters, they're doing all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're into.
That's a very vicious dog you got there, Mick.
That's a bad one.
You never know what's gonna attack you. Be careful.
Should only attack you if you've got cold ham in your hands. Attack you.
I know a lot of girls attack you with cold hand. Never mind.
Yeah.
You guys are bad.
Yeah.
Now we got a customer that wants a snow blower attached to his riding mower.
Oh wow!
And it's a brand new XT1 Cub Cadet. And
I hate those.
He ended up getting himself a snow blower that was basically it was a display item, so it had been sitting outside, but it's brand new.
Yeah.
I don't know what he paid for it, but anyways, Jake went and picked it all up, and when we got it home and ran off a manual for it, because it didn't come with a manual, it's missing about $500 or $600 worth of mounting hardware.
Yeah.
So he had to call the guy up. Guy said order it. Then he wanted a set of chains on it, then chain stretchers, and then weights, and yeah, going to be a good one.
A Cub Cadet X1. That's a fairly recent.
Yeah, it's the 7000 engine, the SV 7000.
Yeah, they're pretty stout actually. Yeah.
I hate the carburetors though. That choke mechanism, it's got that spring on the side that always snaps, and then the choke is allowed to do this, and then it runs. I ended up taking that assembly and putting JB Weld on the side so that spring doesn't work. I actually called up the engineer. You know what they told me? The spring is there, so if it backfires, the butterfly will go like that.
Yeah.
So it won't. I go, okay. So so to go like that, light the air filter on fire. What's the difference? So the guy didn't know what to say. I said,
he didn't know what to say. Yeah.
JB welded it, so now it works the way it's supposed to.
Well, he just got done getting a job from AutoZone, and then he's
I'm telling you.
What engine is on it?
SV 7000, the one that took over for the Courage.
A Solar.
Yeah, but like I said, on the side of the carburetor choke, there's a spring mechanism that when you choke it, it doesn't choke all the way, but it's got a spring mechanism. So if it backfires, the thing will move like 60 degrees, so that all the backfire come out. I said, yeah, but then you're just going to catch your air filter on fire. I said, what's the difference? It'll go out of valve. Who cares? You know.
Here it comes with Cub Cadet's own engine.
Yeah, Cub Cadet they do have their own now, but like I said, this XT1's been out for 10, 12 years.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, they got their Chinese-made MTD engines now. They're Power Moors and all those. Yeah.
So what's making the choke spring snap? Why is this too much tension? What?
No, because what people do is I did it myself by mistake. When the choke's not fully closed, you go, wait a minute, why is it not fully closed? So you take your finger, you go to push on it, snap. The little piece of plastic snaps, and now you're screwed. Now the thing just goes like this, and it won't run right. So now you
don't breathe on it either.
Yeah, so I just, like I said, I JB welded it. He loves it. Now he called me up. He goes, Kenny, it was better than it ever ran. I was like, yeah, well, now you got full choke and you got full throttle, not halfway, you know? So
anything to govern that stuff down, man, you know?
Yeah, and it was a Walbro carb. I actually called the Walbro up and I said, why do you have this stupid mechanism with a spring? Oh, backfire. I said, well, maybe the engine's not designed right. Why is it backfiring? Well, you know, some people, when they choke the hell out of it, keep cranking, then also boom, you know? So I don't know.
Some people.
Hank, you weren't moving furniture today, were you?
What's
that?
Hank, you weren't moving furniture today, were you? Us old guys not supposed to do that, Hank.
You getting rid of stuff, Hank, or what are you doing with it?
There's nobody else to do it.
Hello,
Yeah,
Hank.
are you just moving it around, Hank, or what are you doing with it?
Well, I brought the John Deere Rider here to the house. I brought another refrigerator here to the house. Furniture is going over my sister-in-law's house that my brother died. And tomorrow I got another niece coming to pick up stuff too. So I've been cleaning everything right along, you know. Mm-hmm. My son was helping me today.
Yeah, so you've actually done a full day's work then, brother, yeah?
Yeah. Hank, is he actually in the place he's going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, the house is going on the market. By next week there'll be a sign on house.
Good. So he'd be well looked after, Hank. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
One less thing to worry about.
Yep. Yeah. Now all we've got to do now that your dad's being looked after, now all we've got to do is get you motivated and get your ass out the house, haven't we?
That should only been one finger.
Yeah.
Me and Hank have our own code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look good with glasses on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Looks slightly
Very
intelligent.
smart.
Yeah,
Academic.
very smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligent.
The thing is, I should
Don't push it. Don't push it.
I should be wearing glasses from pretty much day one.
Yeah.
So I've got a stigma in this eye, and I had to wear a patch as a kid and what have you, and I just never wore them. And it wasn't until I was at work, I was having some problems at work with my sight, and I went down to a shop to get looked at, and they went, "Yeah, we need to get you looked at." So I've got that. That's my good eye. That's my good eye right there. That's my good eye. And that'd be my bad eye right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
No wonder your videos were so crappy. You couldn't see it.
Ooh, you might want to watch with your right eye.
You know something?
Yeah, mixed mowers.
I was going to say to you, Klaus, just the other day, I had a live stream last week lunchtime, and I did it on YouTube, and you can only have one other person up. And me and Klaus had a really, really good chat. It was cool to hang out for a little while. Really enjoyed myself, and it was constructive and lots of information. And just by that one comment, Klaus, you can go.
Gone.
I still love you, Mick. You know that.
Yeah. It's going to take 2 months now, Klaus, before he's back to normal.
I know. I'm in the doghouse, and that's
The only thing that sucks though, Klaus, is Mick has admin rights, so you got to watch it.
Right.
Well,
I don't know why someone like Klaus can think he can get away with poking the mixed mowers without having any comeback, because you know I'm going to hang on to that for the next 6 months now, Klaus.
Mick, if nobody pokes you, you'll just fall asleep, and we know that. You know? We got to make sure you're on your toes. That's when you're best.
Klaus, you know more than most. I'm always on my toes.
Klaus, you better watch yourself. It could be cucumber time.
Buddies next to each other. There you go.
Speaking of which, where did that new channel, Steve Small Engines, go? I thought he was coming up.
He's just lurking.
Obviously, he didn't have the minerals to come up with a chat.
The minerals.
Good way to put it.
Well, I better get, guys. I'm going to go lay down a little
You
bit.
gentlemen have a good afternoon. We're going to the pump.
Brock, when were you going in for your procedure?
They're going to call me on Monday and let me know what the plan is.
Are you going to do a video on that? Are you?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool, right?
Yeah. Well, if they do it via the anal passage, mate, you get some good views on that.
Yeah, I'll start right before they make me fall asleep.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Well, you guys tell me what's going on, you know. Yeah.
We want to know. We want a video after you start waking up.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I woke up halfway through my first one.
Oh,
they didn't give me propofol. They gave me some other crap, and the doctor. I'm going for my third one in 2 weeks, and the doctor. I got another doctor because the doctor who did it last time retired, and they said, "No, we're going to give you the propofol, the stuff that killed Michael Jackson. Propofol, is that what it's called?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah." He says, because he looked at me. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I look back at the notes." He goes, "They gave you something that wouldn't have put on a 10-year-old child." He goes, "You're a big boy." And he goes, "We're gonna put you out." And I said, "Oh, okay." But waking up, you know what it felt? No, seriously, it felt like someone was kicking me in the nuts. I mean, it hurt.
The last time I had a procedure was my shoulder, and I just woke up and I was asking about SpongeBob. I don't know why. I was asking everybody Wasn't that a great show, that SpongeBob show that we just watched?
The last time I woke up, I was negotiating with the head nurse on whether I could go back and have another 5 minutes before she came back. And she gave me 5 minutes, and then I negotiated for 5 more, and she said, "Get the F up." Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, well,
hey guys,
Brock, but
see you,
anyways,
Good luck.
knock on wood, and
I
hope
appreciate
to
you
see
guys.
you back here soon.
Alrighty. God bless. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Be safe, Brock.
Bye-bye, guys.
Man.
And then there were 5 and 1 idiot. Sorry, Klaus.
Yeah, you only get so many times in life
No,
to make
but-
a mistake, and you made one, Close.
No, I didn't.
Coming up.
No,
You did not make a mistake,
I
Klaus.
do
yeah.
not make. I rarely make mistakes.
Oh, you're in for it.
No, but I gotta say that suitcase heater that sort of had me going for a bit. That was kind of nice.
Oh, I thought it was look good.
Yeah,
Do
it
you know
was.
what?
I mean,
do you know what, Klaus? The actual burner, the product, the burners are good. Tank is okay. I think the tank wants a little bit of work. The LCD display is good. It's good. It's just everything else, which is what I think typical Chinese equipment. They get so far, and you think if you just go just a little bit extra, this is a really good product, you know. And it must be like someone goes lunch like that, and then just.
How did the ticking sound from the pump? How was that contained inside there?
So that's just mounted on a foam bracket, right? But
yeah.
I've always said, you know, if it's -10 outside, and you can plug in a little cheap Chinese diesel heater. I think I had mine going for about 2 hours on a medium flow the other day, and it used like 200 mil, 250 mil diesel. If you've got to put up with this silly little annoying ticking whilst it's -10 outside and it's now 17 degrees in your shop, I'd put up with that all day long.
No, but I meant inside that suitcase thing, was it more contained compared to the regular steel, the other one you did, the one I did, the one we all did?
Yeah.
Is it more contained in that suitcase or sound-wise?
No, and again, the newer one they want to send me is all metal, which sounds good. It's more robust. It's more like a toolbox. But if they just went the extra mile, if they just put some heat-proof foam, probably about 1/4 of an inch all the way around it, and sealed it like that, that would be brilliant. It's got to breathe. It's got to have an intake and an outtake. It's got to do all that sort of stuff. But if they just went the extra mile, then it would be a good product. But you know, all you've got to do with that, because it is portable, is just have a dog kennel or something similar, a box. You just poke it in there, and you just route your pipe through to
I mean, they went from heater systems that was not in a case because it was supposed to go into campers and vans and all that, and then they went into the steel cabinets we saw last year, and now they come up with these suitcase style ones, which I think is great because if you have a good exhaust system set up, you can just bring it in, hook it up, turn it on.
Yeah, and the one I've given Pete is exactly that. The downside to it is that when they supply you with the kit, they don't supply you with any form of ducting at all, and it's supposed to be fully mobile. So, which it is.
Yeah.
But if you're like out in Canada, out in the freezing wilderness hunting, you can't have it in your tent because you've got to try and rig the exhaust out. So you want it outside with a plastic box over it, and try and route the ducting going in. So it's not, again, it's just not a well thought out process.
No.
And it wouldn't take a scientist to work out. You've got to have like this here, look. So my diesel heater, as you know, is down the other end of my shed. So that's 20 feet away, and I'm struggling to get heat up to where I'm working quick enough. It takes 20 minutes to heat the shed. So I've just bought this, which is a an air duct hose for another thing. So I'm going to rig that up to two. I've got 4 outlets on my diesel heater. I'm going to rig that up to 2 of them, and then use some exhaust tape just to seal that. And I've got that little tiny bit there which is reduced.
Yeah.
That'll go in there, and then I can just route that under my toolbox to where I work. And then when I turn my diesel heater on, I can have heat directly where I'm working, which will make such a big difference.
Yeah.
So if they just supplied something like that, even 5 feet of it with the kit, then you can. If you were in a tent, say, you could just literally just put it outside, turn it on, give it a power source, undo your zip a little bit, just enough to get the hose through, do your zip back up again, and boom, you're all right.
But don't sell them short. They've been watching this stream, and guess what comes out next year?
Yeah, well, do you know what? They're improving all the time. I think they're sending me another 2 units. One for one that will work better in high altitude. That doesn't affect me, but hey ho. And then this metal toolbox version. But for what they are, and Hank will be a testament to it, for what they are and for how much fuel they don't burn. I mean, literally, a little tiny piston like that, little tiny trash piston with no rings on it, is able to pull enough fuel through to heat a good sized room up.
Yeah.
So is that ducting that you're using, like aluminum or metal ducting?
Yeah, it's a foil.
So this is what we use over here in the UK for
Okay,
tumble
gotcha.
dryers. For tumble dryers, you have it across your kitchen, hanging out the window on the older style one. So that one, it gets to about 160 degrees, the actual burner just inside the unit.
Right.
And the little hose I've got, that gets to about 70 degrees. And a bloke in Canada was using this in his garage, and even after 15 feet of hose, it was still blowing out 70-degree heat.
Now you're saying 70-degree heat. It's Celsius you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because 70 in your terms to us in the States isn't that much.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, going through that pipe, you're getting no loss of heat coming through that pipe. It is all coming out the end. So I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow just to see what the difference is, and hopefully it'll heat up a lot quicker.
Yeah, mine it's 270 degrees coming out of there, and it warms up the shed like 1, 2, 3, 80 degrees inside the shed.
70 is about 160 degrees F.
Yeah.
I've had the one I bench tested, and that's not worth anything, but I bench tested one for Vivor, and the air that I measured with a gun was 200 degrees F.
Yeah.
Which is 100 degrees C. So it's pretty hot.
It's hot. You can't leave your hand in front of it. You in fact,
no, you can't.
The one I gave Pete, he temporarily rigged it up, and he's only got a small little shed. He's got about an 8x8, something like that. He works in, and he just opened the door crack and put the exhaust through the crack of the door and turned it on. And within 4 minutes, he had turned it down. He says, "Too hot in here."
Yeah, that's good.
They're really good.
Yeah, and also with the the ones they had 2 years ago, where you had to go in and adjust the pulse rating and all that crap. Now it's just with the remote on.
Well, you can still get into those settings, Klaus, to make them run leaner or increase the pulse rate of it. But in all fairness, they're not badly adjusted. And I've seen so many American and Canadians running them on dirty diesel oil, for another word, half oil, half diesel, and they're sort of complaining that it's clogging it up. But if you're using just standard diesel or kerosene, they run so lean, and
we have. I spoke to a guy that sells. It's a brand name diesel heaters for cars. It's little units you put in cars to heat them up, and he says we recommend GTL diesel, which is something we can get over here, It's very clean diesel made from natural gas rather than crude oil. And they say if you run that, it'll run 10 years without clogging up inside.
Yeah.
So he said that's they're very rugged and they're very simple in their design, and they work fantastic.
I mean, the other option is, Klaus, is like if you've got something like where Stella is. I mean, Stella's space in her shop is used up to its absolute maximum. You know, to its maximum. So something like that standard diesel heater would probably be no good to Stella. But what she definitely could do is buy the product, disassemble it, and then just reassemble it in an area that suits her needs and just bolt it to the wall. So
Stella could put it outside and just have a hole 100%. In the wall where it comes in.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, but then I have to worry about plugging that hole when I'm done for the night and blah. You know, I don't know.
You don't have to plug any holes. I mean, just shield it for rain. Have it outside and just make one of those through your wall, and that's it. So if the critters want to come in, they have to crawl through the combustion chamber of the thing, and they won't do that.
Well, my outdoor walls are like T111 siding made out of like pressed corn cobs. So I don't have a lot of space there, you know.
No, but I mean, if you have the whole unit outside your shed, under some sort of cover for rain,
right?
You just have the outlet of the unit going through your wall into your shop.
All you'd have to do is just buy like a small dog kennel, small dog house. Literally, do that. Take the roof off it. Put the thing inside it. Put the roof back on. Board up the front with a 30mm hole for the exhaust, and just plumb it straight into your house, into the shop. Done.
Yeah.
You guys really don't have a grasp of what my surroundings are.
No, we don't. No, Stella, we don't. But in all honesty, a small shop that doesn't have the room for the unit inside it, I mean, you can put it outside.
Oh yeah, possible.
Stella, do you have 240 volts power out in the shop?
I can make that happen, but you know, you have to understand that I'm taking you to the outside of my shop right now. So here is just so we can understand my limitations here. I wish I could get better with. I can't switch the cameras, but you know, here's
pretty much Stella, right up on the wall behind you, right behind you.
See, there's
right behind you. Yeah, go up above them mower handles. Yeah, anywhere up there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's covered with bins right now. So here's like more of my boneyard. Woo-hoo. So I really have no room in the back.
Well,
that's my neighbor's fence right there.
There's plenty of room behind there just to put a small box mounted to the wall or on a metal racking or something out the back.
Yeah, but there's no place on the wall on the inside for that to come in.
Yeah, that's your problem. That's your problem right there. You have to figure out a space where it's doable for it to come in.
See, there's the other half of my tiny place.
Yeah, it looks organized.
Yeah, it is. It's really organized. I know where everything is.
You just need two, one for each wall.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Ouch. And back to the backside.
Is that the backside of your shop?
That's the backside of my shop, right there.
I mean, there's room there. Honestly, there's room there, Stella.
Well, yeah, but it's the inside is the problem.
Yeah, but if you just have a hole the size of that nozzle that Nick showed, that'll be enough.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful. Careful.
It's killing me here, man.
Sorry. I'm the safety guy. You're wearing safety shoes and helmet.
They are just a fantastic heater for what they are, and they're
That's for you, Mick.
Yeah, cheers for that.
That's an original.
Look,
and then this is my back wall.
Yeah. But I mean,
So you see where that oil is, the oil containers to the right hand side, little grey containers.
Right, there's one of the grey ones.
Just a hole right under there.
Yeah.
Well, there's more oil there.
Yeah,
you only want a hole that's about 40 to 50 mil in diameter. That's all you need.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it could fit, and it would. You know what? It would make a great video.
Yeah, right.
A video.
Like I need to be doing that. You guys think I have all this time to make videos? Oh my goodness.
What are you currently using for heat startup when it gets cold?
Oh, well, I just pulled it out mere moments ago.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
You got a CO2 monitor?
I can't see what you can. No.
Is that
But I get one.
Is that electric or kerosene?
No, it's kerosene. I don't know if you can see that or not, because of course I can't see what you guys.
Yeah.
How expensive is kerosene down there, Stella? Because it's like $12 a gallon here.
Yeah, but I mean, this thing sips kerosene.
Yeah.
Plus, I can heat up my shrimp and grits on the top at the same time.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, I need to put the lid on.
And you can get carbon monoxide poisoning too.
Yeah. You got to watch.
No extra charge.
Oh Lord, you guys.
Stella, if you get 240 volts in there, I used for years a simple 240 volt construction heater. It's a little tiny box that's likely a foot square, and it would get 600 to 700 square feet of our 1.5 car garage up to 90 degrees if I left it on.
Is that one of those big blower units that looks like a torpedo?
No, it's an electric 240 volt heating element with a fan on it.
Interesting.
Now, Canadian Tire sold one, but the fan speed was too fast, and it wouldn't really blow a lot of warm air. I don't know the make of the one that I used, but just this last 3 weeks, I was heating up the garage with it instead of turning on my natural gas furnace in the back. And
well, for me, there's no fans, no noise. I can make all the videos I want out here. It's completely silent.
Yeah, well, this thing, but no carbon monoxide with this thing. And if you wanted to turn it down, it's got a built-in thermostat. You could get your shop to be remained at 50 degrees if you wanted to.
I'll tell you what might benefit you, Stella. Even just keeping your own system in place is one of these. One of these log burner metal fans. You just put that straight on top of your heat source.
Yeah.
Right.
Just put it on there, and the heat generates it to move,
and moves the heat around.
It blows the heat around. They're brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can feel this heat right here. I'm like 6 feet away from it. I mean, I can feel the radiant heat coming off of it, and when I fired this thing up, it was 52 degrees. That's Fahrenheit for you guys. You have to do your own math. For the rest of the world, other than us idiots that do Fahrenheit, and it's now 67 degrees in here. After what, like less than an hour? I'll be right back.
Yeah, with those type of heaters, you just got to watch you don't drink too many twisted teas and pass out because you're going to be dead.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes. Look, Mister, I need a pressure tester, leak by tester.
Yeah, we got to get you a leak down tester, Bruce.
Bruce,
hang on.
Are we on for next week for the? Are we on next week, Bruce, for the game?
I think so. I don't have it on a channel, so I got to figure out how to find it.
I think it's next Sunday, right? Next Sunday night.
You could be right. Yeah. I'm not a sports fan, but I watch one game a year.
Wayne, when is the CFL championship? Next Sunday, right?
I haven't been. You know what? I haven't even watched the CFL game this year. I only watched the Grey Cup. That's the only game I watched.
Yeah, that's the championship, the Grey Cup. That's next Sunday, I think.
Yeah, it's likely the best football game of all. It always can go down to the last play of the game. NFL toss up.
It did
you never
last
know
year.
if you got a good game or a bad game.
Yeah. I think it's designed to go to the last play.
Yeah. Brucey and I spent like 3.5 hours on the phone just watching it last year. It was a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, think about it. We can get 1 point in the CFL, which means if it's a tie game and we get one boot into the end zone, we can win the game with that simple kick.
Yep.
Hi, Bruce.
Hello, everybody.
So, Bruce, we were talking. You need a leak down tester.
Well, yeah, but that engine was screwed anyway. So you're right, though. I do need one.
You think it was screwed?
Yeah, because it ran tight for 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, it looked like it was running.
And then it started to run rich.
So apparently what's going to happen is we've decided we were obviously, well, they were all slagging you off behind your back, Bruce. And hang on. And if you watch back in the video towards the beginning, it says, I'm not happy to slag Bruce off until he comes up. What's going to happen is...
We never talk bad about Bruce when he's here. You know that.
So when he's here.
So Wayne is going to buy you a leak down tester, and Klaus is going to pay Wayne.
Yeah.
You like that one, eh, Bruce?
I love it.
We also talked about, like, you got to spend less time in Mexico and more on tools.
Negative.
Yeah. Eight months holiday.
I figured it out. I've spent 3.5 years of my life in Mexico. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. No, but honestly, Bruce, you do need
an outside tester. Yeah.
Good girl.
You need that.
Bruce, it's a date, Bruce.
Gotta have one still.
Yeah, I'll find something. So last year we had to sign up to TSN, which cost us an extra $12 a month, and then we never took it off and paid for it all year without watching another thing on sports.
I just picked up, Bruce. I know we're amongst friends here. I just picked up. I got an Amazon Fire Stick, and somebody, I don't know who it was, but I paid some money to somebody, and they did something to my Amazon Fire Stick.
Hey, buddy, do you want to buy a Fire Stick?
Yeah. And I can get every single Sky Sports channel and movie and what have you for all year round. And
can I take it to Mexico and use it like a VPN?
Yeah, you can change a VPN as well, so no one can trace you on it. It's absolutely great.
Hey, I got something interesting. This camera is proper. Like when I point that way, I'm actually pointing towards Klaus, but but when I go on the other program where we're all buddies, it's mirrored.
That's a camera setting in both things. You can change that.
Okay. So thanks for waiting for me, guys. I was watching the November 11th Remembrance services on TV.
To be fair, we weren't really waiting for you. Klaus was just slagging you off when they'd gone.
So,
So Bruce, I'd like to see you when I'm going to send you this leak down tester, but before I do, I'm going to have to see you put that engine back together so that when you get the leak down tester, you can show us how much air is bypassing the rings.
I used a hammer to take it apart.
That's okay. You didn't put a hole in the tester.
I take it that's not Stella's carbon monoxide tester going off inside a workshop right now, is it?
I just hit the test button.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank Christ for that.
Because it says 0 parts per million. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah,
okay, I had one in the garage and I actually disconnected it because it was all going on.
Hold it over top of the heating element and see what it does.
Okay.
You had Bruce had to
disconnected it because it was always going off. Bruce is bad. You know when it's bad. You know when it's bad when you go.
When you start
cold air coming out.
You might not know this, but when you start up an old Tecumseh motor, they really spew out carbon dioxide.
To be fair, monoxide. I don't start up very many of those engines in my workshop, to be fair. Normally, because they won't flipping start anyway. And secondly, there's a ban on Tecumsehs in my garden.
Yeah, I know.
We like Tecumseh engines in Canada, Mick.
That's because you guys in Canada
best engine ever made for a snowblower.
For a snowblower,
yeah.
That's because
we've already had this chat. We've already had this chat that the Snow King Tecumseh engines, they're good. They're really good. But they changed the design when it came to rotary lawnmowers. They changed the design, and they just
so for Europe, yeah.
Yeah. And then what they did on top of that, once they designed them and the company closed, they then stopped all parts in the UK getting to you.
No, but Mick, when we see Bruce do a Tecumseh lawnmower, that's not the same engine that you and I have been working on.
No, definitely not. No.
Because ours have the auto carburetors, which are
they're really good.
Which you can't get parts for, and they were actually called Tecumseh Aspera, because Aspera was the Italian company that licensed built.
That's because we have Tecumseh over here, not Tecumseh over where you are.
And he was actually
Zero. Sorry, I held it above the heater for like 45 seconds. Zero.
Zero.
Thank you.
Zero.
The safety guy's happy now, Stella. Thank you.
I had a subscriber email me, I think it was last week or week before, Klaus, and he said he found on eBay a brand new in a box Tecumseh carburetor Delauto. Would I like it? And I said no.
What?
He said I've got it. You can have it. I was like, no need for it. Just don't want it.
What?
Don't want it. I don't have enough space. I don't have enough space in my workshop to hit it with a hammer.
Even that's all, folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Porky Pig.
I would have taken it because I've been paying gold for just a needle.
Okay.
Needle.
I have a video coming up on storing and using spare used parts. I want you to all watch it.
Okay.
So a 6-hour episode there, Bruce?
I think it's 20 minutes.
To be fair, Klaus, the Delauto carburetor in its entirety
is
not a bad car. It's just the emulsion tubes and the needles and bits and pieces that go in it.
No, for me it's that little Z. It's the little Z bracket on the spring. You just get it all together and it goes twink.
So can I ask you a question on the Italian Tecumseh engines with the Delauto? Do they have the plastic emulsion tubes or are they brass?
Both.
The brass.
No.
They also have a plastic one in there too, Klaus. There is plastic.
Right. Because we get both. We get both of them over here. I just wasn't sure.
But each color is a different size.
What happened? To give you the story, when Tecumseh wanted to conquer Europe,
right?
They didn't quite know how to do that, so they
conquered the United States.
Well, they went into cahoots with a Italian company. They said, "Yeah, we can build."
I was talking about the chief Tecumseh during the big war of 1812. He died before they burnt down the White House.
But they said, yeah, we can build them, and the engine itself is no problem. It's a good engine. And the carburetor, the Italians said, nah, we don't want the original because we want something for this, so we'll use an Italian carburetor, which isn't a Delauto carburetor.
Delauto's good carburetors.
They are. The problem is 5 years after Aspera, which was the company that built the Tecumseh engines, went bust.
Yeah.
No parts, because the deal was from Tecumseh, everything built in Europe is not part of our parts program.
Hey, quickie! Robert's in our friend.
I don't do quickies.
Oh, hold on. Our friend Robert is in the basement, but I just got this thing on my computer. Have you guys ever gotten this? Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Does it say federal government is watching you?
No, but it says here. Watch me.
Brand Connect.
No. Watch. Have you ever seen a message like that?
Weekly small engine live stream for no.
No, but bring him up and see if he goes as an echo. And
I have never seen that before, Kenny.
No,
yeah,
but
weird.
Obviously
it could be the dialect.
It's brand new because I'm wearing the same shirt.
He's been watching porn.
That's weird.
I am on Android Chrome, and
Me too. Oh, I'm on Windows. Oh,
it's asking you to use headphones. That's weird.
Yeah.
Bring him up and see what happens.
Hey, Klaus,
Yeah.
Did you get my joke today when you said you were working on windows in the garage, and I said, "Can you see through them?"
I did.
Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah, echo.
Yeah, that goes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, might have to mute you, bud. Oop, but.
So isn't it weird though, Klaus, that we're going back to the Tecumseh engine when they fitted the Delauto to the standard rotary lawnmower. When they fit into the cylinder mower, which again is a different engine altogether, they went forward with Tillotson carburetors as a preferred choice. But then they went to Delauto, but they changed the manifold, so the Tillotson wouldn't fit with Delauto. Man, why did they do that?
Well, that's a problem between Tillotson and Delauto because they wouldn't make compatible intakes.
Intake manifold measurements.
It's compatible, okay. It's just drilled out slightly wider. There's no difference.
I think what happened was it went.
You could run a Honda on one if you'd got it to fit.
Because when the Americans found out that when Tecumseh found out we can't make any money on this European thing, they just went.
Yeah.
No, could you take one of my old carburetors, Klaus, and stick it on one of your?
No, because if you do that, they all run rich.
Yeah.
Well, they love fuel.
No, but it's a funny thing, and I don't know if they reduced the CC on the engines or what they did. If you put an American spec carburetor on a Tecumseh Aspera engine, it runs rich. It chucks and it doesn't work.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why and Bruce, that's why we hate them over here because they suck. You can't get parts for them.
Every Tecumseh has different jets and everything. Like at the bottom on the brass bolt, it'll say D69 or 58 or whatever.
But Bruce, that's all well and dandy. But here they run Delauto carburetors.
Oh.
Which means you can't get that.
No.
And these
I
days,
can send you a rubber Tecumseh jet.
Yeah, but they won't fit because they're different carburetor.
I know.
Yeah.
I got it.
In fact, their closest carburetor to it is not actually a Honda. It's actually off of a cylinder mower, off of a Suffolk Punch. That's more related to the Delauto because on some of the Delautos over here, they have a little twiddler, the undercarb to flood it, and the Suffolk Punch bowl with the same main jet nut that doesn't have a twiddler on it. You can you can swap that straight out. But the problem lays with the emulsion tube. That'd be the problem for me. The emulsion tube is a bastard. I can't get over it.
I worked on a couple of Arians speakers. It all had those 8, 10, 12 horse Tecumsehs on them, American Tecumsehs. And they run sweet. And you can adjust them at the bowl and there's no problems. But the little lawnmower ones they put on Mount Field Steers, they're crap.
Can I just see a comment from Double Wide 6 Bob saying, when was the last time Tecumseh made a mower? And Pate's Performance Jason said, the last time you had hair. I think that's a bit rich.
2008 was the last. 2008 was the last Tecumseh, and by then they had overhead valves.
What I'm saying is it's a bit rich coming from Jason because if his hair gets any further back, he'd be combing his ass.
Yeah, and he's got those fish hooks stuck in his ears.
Got something hanging from his head.
Funny thing is, Jungle Bob, he says, don't leave fuel on outside. Dirt daubers will clog them up. Yeah, we don't have dirt daubers.
No.
But, yeah. I
Coming
know
up,
you guys.
Jason?
Yeah, Jason, come on up.
You don't want
We love you, buddy.
You can never shut the bloke up. Oh, yabba,
yabba. More. Yeah, you got an attaboy, Mick. You got an attaboy.
You can tell he's from a Long Island. Yabba. He loves his own voice, that one.
No.
Yeah, but you like Jason better than Mr. Briggs.
Bob, that's the American versions ones.
It's Long Island.
I only like Jason more than Mr. Briggs because the pitch and the voice is different. That's all it is. That's all it is. Mr. Briggs has this whinging
Jason,
about him.
you have a garage, Jason, don't you?
Never mind. Never mind.
Never seen the inside of his
No,
garage. He's normally working outside, Bruce.
He works on the driveway.
Yeah, he's in the driveway all the time.
Yeah, Kenny. Do you know anyone else?
Yeah, Kenny.
And I told him, I say, you got to get a kneeling pad like us old guys use with a little cushion in it. He pulls out a little tiny piece of rubber that he kneels on. When he gets our age, he ain't going to be able to walk.
I've never gotten over the video from Jason when he was testing out a power wash and his missus was power washing him in a pair of American flag hot pants. I've never gotten over that video in my life.
That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think he lost about 4 layers of skin that day. And it was cold.
I did a bad thing. I ran my pressure washer out of fuel and I had to run it a little longer than I'd liked. I don't mind running them for 30 seconds, but it was probably a couple minutes before I ran out of fuel.
Oh, you mean without water hooked up to it?
Yeah, but you know what? There's zero, there's clearance in there, so I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the comments I get when I run them for 30 seconds and then just comments.
So I've got a pressure washer here, Bruce. Soon as you and Jason are pressure wash kings. I've got a pressure washer here of a Honda style car, a Honda style engine, but it is suffering, and I do have low pressure here, without a doubt. I do.
On the house.
Yeah, I do.
Bella, it took me a minute.
I'm not checking my Instagram for nothing. I tried to check it, and I turned that screw in, and it made a bit of difference, but not a lot. And when you initially hit the trigger, man, it blows out and it dies. So all apart from going to my mum's house and try it around there, see what it's like. Do you think it's worth looking at the pump or what?
Well, you know what? I worked on for 2 years. I worked on those little pumps, and I got a couple working, but I've never been able to really fix them. I think the aluminum is so soft in there that things get stretched and they just quit working.
Yeah, you got to have the amount of water to feed the machine.
What's that?
If you don't have the water pressure and the volume coming out of your line, it's never going to run right.
No, that's not. No, not Hank.
Jason just sent me that.
Yeah.
Cheers for that, Jason. Much appreciated, Jason.
Cheers. Can we see the pump picture?
No.
You got a big clock there.
Yeah, you're a drama queen, you.
Pardon, Hank?
I said you got a big clock over there.
A what? Oh, yeah. A clock.
Oh, he said penis.
Bruce!
Oh, not down.
Bruce, you're bad.
I thought maybe he was talking about a chicken.
Ah.
No, Bob,
the size of that.
Don't know anything about making one, but I got a guy that takes all of our waste oil and uses one.
I've got to say, Bob, if you're thinking about making a waste oil one, that's a good idea. But those diesel heaters, man, we've been discussing them tonight already. Them diesel heaters, they're cheap and they're really good, and they don't use a lot of squirt at all. They use so little diesel. I'd just buy a diesel heater, Bob, and just boom, plug it in. I would. Yeah. I would do that.
You know, natural gas, Bob?
Yeah, but waste oil is very inefficient, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and toxic.
Yeah.
And dirty too. A lot of garbage.
There's guys out here that have shops that they keep their entire
Our whole public works department is based on the waste oil they get from the dump when they recycle the dump. The problem was people were mixing hydraulic oil and all kinds of other fluids, brake fluid, and it contaminated it so much.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I have a guy that is adamant about using waste oil in his chainsaw as chain lubricant.
No, those days are over, man.
No, but
they'll burn up the pump.
And every year,
I mean, you can do that. It's just not such a good idea.
It doesn't stick though, like chain oil. You know?
Chain oil.
He comes in.
Okay, I can say this: chain oil sticks like shit on a gray wool blanket.
There you go.
And
that's a Newfie saying, eh?
He comes in every year, and he doesn't use his saw that much. But every year, I put on a new bar, gives him a new chain, and says, don't use waste oil. He goes, yeah. And he goes back and put in waste oil.
Yeah.
And it cost him a bar and a chain. And he only cuts for the little stove they have inside the house, just like a fireplace type of thing. He doesn't use.
Bob says I already have good heat. I just have a lot of oil sitting around. So all you do with that, Bob, is at night time you just drive out to your property and just throw it over your neighbour's fence. Gets rid of it. It's a good option.
Yeah.
I live in a city of 100,000 people, and I take my used motor oil to a town next door to us that has 10,000 people, and they have a bin. Just pour it in.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been over 2 hours. I'm going to go gray, but Bob, if you want to come up, the link is there. We're going to go private chat in about a minute. So
and we'll talk about you if you don't come up.
Yeah, I'm saying if you come up, Bob, it'll just be private chat. No one, whatever. But the link is out there. Hey,
we never talk bad about you when you're here.
No.
Never.
We only talk about you when you're not here.
That was your words, not mine.
Whenever I go to my recycle centre, Bruce, to get rid of my oil, the bloke says, "What's in there? Just oil." I'm like, "Yeah, there's just oil in there. There's nothing else but oil in there, baby." Oh, there's all sorts in there. Trust me. You gotta go, right? So it goes in your can.
The last time I was there with a 20-liter pail, he says, "What's in it?" I said, "Waste oil." He goes, "Okay," and then he starts pouring it out around there and goes, and it flows real fast. He says, "Is it only oil?" Yeah,
there might be a few gallons of gas in it.
Yeah, there might be a little petroleum. Just be happy that it flows fast and says, okay.
That lawnmower oil is crappy though.
Anybody that wants to chat, I'm going to end it now. So if you go in the basement, I'll see you in the basement, and I'll bring you up.
Steve will be up.
Okay,
I think Steve comes up.
Right. See you in the afterlife.
Take care, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Been good.
And happy Veterans Day, all the veterans and all the
yes.
Thank you for your service, Bruce.
That's why I was late.
Yep. Thank you everybody for the service that did it, and the ones that paid the ultimate sacrifice. So.
Right.
Mega, how you doing in New Zealand?
Big deal here in Canada.
It is over here, Bruce, as well. We currently have a ring of steel around our cenotaph at the moment. A ring of steel.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought that's a sexual aid. Yeah.
It is.
So Bruce, did you service the pump with like